Hello, families, and welcome to our 2021-2022 Back to School Night. Welcome to kindergarten. I am Ms.Henry. I am excited about working with your kindergartner this year. My goal is to keep your kindergartner engaged and encourage their natural curiosity to learn. I am looking forward to an exciting school year. To get started, our students wear uniforms. They are required to wear uniforms. They will wear a plain white or blue shirt, or they can wear a dress shirt, dark blue pants or skirt, no jeans, dress shoes, sneakers, no open toe sandals, flip flops, etc. Because the students go on the playground and they might stub their toe or hurt their foot if they have on open toe shoes or sandals. And it's not very much fun playing on the playground with sandals or going to gym in sandals or flip flops. Hoodies are not permitted. Usually, when the students do wear hoodies, they're removed once they get into the classroom. So if it's chilly, they can wear hoodies, but they're removed in the classroom. So proper attire would be to have them on a blue or white sweater. And now, wear your face covering. That's also a part of our uniform. Now, please remind your scholars of the importance of wearing their masks and how it should be worn. Please send scholars in a face mask that fit and that are comfortable for them. Your scholar is wearing their mask all day with short breaks for lunch and snack. Please speak to your scholars about the following and practice them at home. When they sneeze, talk to them about practicing proper sneezing techniques. Turn away from people and sneeze or cough into your elbow. It's good to practice this at home because it's so easy to forget when that sneeze is coming out. So please practice this at home with your scholar. Only use your supplies. So when the students are in class, they have their own crayons, they have their own pencils, they have their own pens. So just remind them to make sure they're using their own supplies. Try to stay 6 feet apart whenever possible. It's not always possible, but when it is possible, please try. This is what your scholar's day look like. In our class, the students study ELA, social studies, lunch, their favorite part of the day, most of them, math, science, and at the end of the day, they always have a special. They have PE, music, library, art, and art. We all know about homework. Homework is an extension of instruction. Homework packets are assigned every Monday. It is to be returned on Friday. Makeup work, homework will be given the next school day the scholar returns. So far, families, we have 100% participation in returning homework assignments. I got all of my homework packets back this Friday. Keep up the good work. I hope that we can keep this momentum going all year. Great job, parents. Materials you will need at home to complete homework assignments. For some of your homework assignments, you're going to need scissors, child-size scissors, pencils, crayons, and glue. You may not need them every week, depending on the homework assignment, but you will need them for some of the assignments. So let's try and have these items at home for your scholars, and preferably in a nice little pouch or something of that sort so that it's just easy to get to. Doing your homework packet a few pages a night, it also helps with students' focus. So homework is a good tool for learning, how to sit still and focus on assignments. So, another thing, parents, please be sure that your scholars are doing their own homework. Support whenever possible, whenever needed, but please allow them to complete their own homework assignments. A lot of times the assignments come in and I can tell if it's the students' work or the parents' work. So let's allow our scholars to do the best that they can. If there is an assignment that is too difficult, write a little note on the page, and then we will work on maybe changing that assignment for that student. And again, you can reach out to me on Class Dojo, or you can write a note right there on the page, and I'll see it when I'm looking over the homework assignments. These are the curriculum programs that we use in our classroom. For ELA is learning English language learning. We use Reading Wonders. For our science curriculum, we use Interactive Science. For our math curriculum, we use Envisions Math. For our social studies curriculum, we use Hardcore. This is an example of what a grading profile looks like, how we grade your students. This is an example of the ELA grading profile. For ELA, they'll have 2 tests. They'll have 4 quizzes that they will be responsible for, 8 homework assignments, which is 25% of their grade, PPRL, their projects. Some of those projects will be done in class. Most of the projects will be done in class. You may get a few home throughout the year, 1 or 2, not many. But there are 2 of those required for the year. So the grades are the grades that the students get. They're entered into the grade book, and it is total to whatever scores you see here, the percentages. So if they only have 2 tests and they fail 1, it's going to cause a significant issue with their grade. Quizzes and also homework. So if they're missing some of their homework packets, it is going to affect their grade significantly. For your report cards, you're going to be getting, you get 4 report cards a year: first, second, third, and fourth marking period. For information on how to get your report cards, sometimes they send them home. In many cases, they're online. You would call the main office for information on codes and passwords to access your online grades. These are our class rules that we live by. Every morning we come to class, we recite our class rules, and we focus on them throughout the day. Rule number 1, follow directions quickly. Rule number 2, make smart choices. Rule number 3, raise your hand for permission to speak. Rule number 4, use your inside voice. Rule number 5, be kind to others. Rule number 6, keep your classroom clean. Classroom management, behavioral management chart, praise and reminders throughout the day. Rewards, we have a treasure box. A lot of times, a treasure box, so every Friday, we, if the students have accumulated a certain amount of points, they will earn a prize from the prize box. Many of you have already seen, many of you will see um, some of the prizes that the students get from the prize box because they'll bring them home. So students have currently brought some of the prize box gifts home. You can always ask them what it was on Friday. And if they didn't get one, you might want to ask them they think they didn't get one. We also send notes home to some parents to praise a student's behavior and a certain amount of um, um, points that they get a cumulative amount of points. They'll have parties on Fridays and etc. Oh. Consequences for a misbehavior would be loss of recess and special privileges, choice time, phone calls, or notes home. Communication, parents are encouraged to set up meetings, conferences, or phone appointments before or after school and during the preparation period. Contact the teacher for all questions, needs, or concerns. Here is my email. I am leaving you guys my email, but however, our best point of communication right now will be Dojo. Miscellaneous information. From time to time, students may have an accident while at school. Please send a full change of clothes in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. Make sure to label it with your scholar's full name. These items will stay in your scholar's backpack, so pack lightly. This is for if your scholar is prone to having accidents. If your scholar is prone to having accidents, then you may want to have a fresh pair of pants, shirt, underwear in their bag for emergency purposes. Also, if they're not prone to accidents, maybe spills on their shirt, you might want to have an extra shirt in their bag for emergency purposes. This is not a mandatory thing. It can be for if your scholar is prone to accidents. You may send water and snack to school. Snack time is given at the end of the school day. Healthy snacks are the best. Please send snacks and water for your scholars because they seem to be very hungry and famished at the end of the day, and that snack comes in handy to get them through the rest of the day. They have their lunch at 11 o'clock, so sometimes they're very hungry at the end of the day. Parents and teachers play an active role in a scholar's education. Together, we help them reach their fullest potential. Scholars are expected to attend school daily. Please arrive at the school no later than 8:30 a.m. Scholars will be escorted into the building at 8:35 a.m. Pickup and drop off is at the same location, door 8, in the rear of the building near the playground. Attend all classes, including specials. Complete all classroom and homework assignments. Students are required to complete weekly homework packets. Please pace yourself on the homework assignments, a few pages a day. Please notify the teacher and school in advance of any planned absences. And remember, attendance matters, and it is cool to be in school. My contact information for face-to-face meets, we can always meet. We can do a Google Meet with this meeting link. We can just connect with each other on Class Dojo, and we can set up a Google Meet so we can do a face-to-face whenever needed. Here is my email. If you wanted to contact me through email. But right now, I would say that our best course of contact would be Class Dojo. I will make every effort to respond to any emails, messages, or comments within 24 hours on school days. Thank you. This concludes our back to school night, virtual back to school night. The link to the slides will be found on Class Dojo so that you can access the links for any questions or concerns. Thank you.